Just gonna unmute because I am at the computer. I'm just in the background, just opening a few things off stream for a second, and then I'll switch scenes. But it shouldn't be too long. Alright, one more thing. There you go, I think this is probably gonna be fine. This guy, open this guy. Alright, and we're in. Hacker voice, I'm in. Yeah. Cool. Turn this fan down, I don't need it pumped up that high. It's on low. Yeah, so I guess, what did we get up to yesterday, hey? I mean, I could probably check. I every time I, like, get confused, I can realize I can check perfor, so... Yesterday was the 16th. Oh, it's my dad's birthday today. Probably shoot him a message at some point. I'll even do that now, before I forget. Where we got? No, I'm sketching out, one sec. Should have done all this stuff before stream, but... Yeah, it's fine. Alright. Yeah, so 16th. Yesterday we implemented money. It's like it's implemented as in all the functionality. I haven't balanced any of the money stuff yet. That's still to come. We added the summary panel. Very bare bones looking, but it's not terrible, right? But yeah, it's just going to tell you a breakdown of everything that happened in the week. All your revenue, expenses, wages, hiring fees. Also, your follower gains and stuff like that is going to be on there. Oh, that's right. We had a bug with followers that I need to fix. I'm going to do that first before I forget, and then add basic setup for follower changes. Yeah, okay. Right, so let's have a look at the code. So the problem we were having is in the rating manager when we are ending the day. So I think it's here. So follower change negative. So I can negative 50 this. But let's just say you're sitting at 25 followers is like, obviously I know this is all hard coded, right? So it's like when I eventually implement this, I'll probably be fixing this at the same time, but at least when I have the logic there for the fix, because early on, hey Big A Dev, yeah, I'm not bad. How about you? How's your evening going? So the follow change goes negative 50, and it's potential for it to actually go less than. It can go under the 0. We able to read the blog? Oh, dude, I completely forgot. That's actually my bad. Yeah, whenever I like try to do something after work, but I don't have it written down, so I'm actually gonna write it down on my whiteboard now. Give me a sec. BK Dev. Read BK Dev blog. There you go. I'm pretty sure like I left it open in a separate browser window thinking I would look back at it, but I think I like jumped straight onto WoW after work and I just got lost. Like I ate lunch, jumped on WoW, then killed it. But yeah, I've got it written down now, and everything that I actually write down on my whiteboard I always get to, because it'll get to after lunch I look at it and just be like, okay, let's rub a few things off of there. So then I just quickly look at things. So today, I will look at it today, I promise. I think... No, it's because follower change can be 0, like, or a negative amount, because you can lose followers. So we need to catch it somehow. Okay. Do I even have time? No, I mean, I definitely have time. Like, I only basically work 4 hours a day. Like, I genuinely played WoW longer than I worked yesterday. Because that's how long I played it for. So, I definitely have time. Give me a low back for the game today. Super excited about that. Oh, hell yeah. That's nice. Yeah, I'm starting to think... No, like I still want to do a little bit more work before I start setting up, but I'm pretty close to like wanting to start setting up my Steam store page, because then at least like when people do come into the stream as well, I can kind of direct them to somewhere. Okay, so we're gonna need to do some caching here, I think. So let's go int. Followers. So we can go if followers is less than 50. Follower change negative equals followers, else do that. There you go. I think that fixes the bug that I found yesterday. I can only say for 5 or so minutes more. Absolutely broken. That's all good, man. I always do appreciate when you do come in, pop in, say hey. Get to catch up. Hopefully, well, I mean, this is my last streaming day for the week. But I might even, like, rather than wait until my streaming day next week to talk about the blog, I'll have a read of it this afternoon. And if I have any questions or just any comments on it, I'll shoot you a message on Discord. I guess you'll probably be asleep by the time I'm writing it, but at least when you wake up, but yeah. The deepest of Z's, yeah. Well-deserved Z's. Alrighty, so let's just submit that. Could try to be good at. All right, the next bug we want to tackle. Oh man. I mean, it's definitely going to be NPCs of like how they can both get assigned to the same task. It's quite irritating. But it's like this. Actually, I can probably make it quicker. So if we come, I'm really glad that I've kept these two guys pinned because I do keep coming back to these scripts quite often. So we have min delay, max delay. If we just drop this down to like 5, so it means they're going to be spawning really quickly. Because I think maybe what causes it of them going onto the same task is as simple as just, and why it sometimes doesn't, it's just like when there's a longer delay between customers, it's working properly. I love that that worked. Anyway, create a new save. There you go. Pump in some bergs. We definitely need to hire someone. Make sure they're rostered on. Alright. I just need to see if I'm able to replicate the bug. I've got a suspicion as to what could potentially cause it. There. There you go, we found it. So yeah, I was thinking this was likely the case. It's when they're both in transit, and looking for another task, something's breaking. So it's a starting point at least. We can have a look at the code and see what comes up. Let's have a squiz. So this is going to be in the staff script. So I think it's when this guy here. So has task equals false. We're setting this. Order manager instance remove task. Probably want to. No, we're doing a compare against the order number, so that's correct. And then assign task. So I'm thinking it's this assign task that's breaking. On mill, let me just double check. So on mill ordered. So this is like if they're idling, it's going to come through this. I mean, realistically, this assign task script should be identical to this. So let's just run through it. So if has task, return. Realistically, I don't think it's possible for that to work, but order manager instance current task count equals 0. Go to the idle location. Yep, that's correct. Oh, okay, so I guess the way it is different is like this one is like we only have a single task that we're trying to assign, where this one we're then looping through everything and trying to find it. But I think it's this. So we're doing current tasks I assigned, where I think we should probably be using this new check task thing, right? But it needs to take in a task. Ah, shit. I mean, no, I think we can do it, right? Because we have this. So we can go order manager dot check task. Instance needed first. Instance dot check task. Assign task is what we also need to be doing. Order manager. Assign. Whoa. Ease up turbo. Assign task. That. I think. Am I ever doing that again? Like resetting the value? No, I'm not. So we can get rid of this. The last thing we do is wait for station. And waiting for station equals true. What? Wait, if a cooking station does not equal null. Oh, that's from this. Waiting for station, wait for station. Yeah. Oh. I mean, technically speaking, does it not then need it up here as well? Wait for station. Anyway, so I'm thinking me putting now in this check task and assign task is my hope that this is now going to work. But we'll run it back and have a look. Alright, we'll rip a new save for this. Order. Put on Georgia again, roster on. So I need to fix that as well. I'm going to do that today as well. That'll be next. In fact, I'll even write that now. Wait. No, they're bugged still. Oh, that's really irritating. So let's rip a notepad. fatigue rate. Yeah, I already did that yesterday. So we're still working on stuff being assigned to the same task. And then we also want to be checking check cooking station logic. I know what that means. It's very vague, but it's basically like, I'm pretty sure at the moment it's possible. I mean, we probably saw it by the fact whenever they're duplicating tasks, they're going to the same cooking station as well, where the cooking station should be like not able to be used because someone's already at it, right? Wow. I've broken something, huh? Wow. I think I made it worse somehow just then. I mean, all I did was set up the assigning of tasks and doing a check task instead of what I was doing previously. And oh shit, I already did waiting for station true. I think it was that, actually. I put that in the incorrect spot. This is when we're already waiting for a station, so I think it's meant to be setting itself to false. Maybe, I don't know. We'll run it back. That was a bit sketchy. What a day. What a day. Instantly broken. Instantly broken. Okay, well, we can debug some stuff here. So now we're trying to run through a signed task, right? Let's continue. So they're both trying to do the same tasks again, right? No, now they're just bugged. Oh, there we go. It's not going to be an issue now, is it? Right, so wait. He's literally already on a duplicate task, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's like duplicating from the start. So I have made it worse, but at least by making it worse, I might be able to find the core of the problem quicker. So, oh wow, wait, what did I do? Oh no, we're good. Yeah, so if I do this, so is it going to break on the very first customer? So you're coming to this table. So it's not breaking on the very first customer. It's breaking on the second customer. Run it back again. If we can confirm that that's happening every time, that's going to be really good. Okay, so you're probably going to get assigned to this. Yep. You're getting assigned to this, and then you're assigning to that same task as well, aren't you? Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. Quickly look at... And we can just debug it straight away, right? Because it's happening on the very first guy now. So if we start day, you're good. You're good. So now this one's going to assign and he's going to hit this guy. Let's find out why. So if has task equals false, correct? Count. I mean, there's probably a cheat way that I can do it, is like once a task has been assigned, you remove it from current tasks. Probably a better idea, actually. Which I might actually just do. Staff being assigned to the same path. Potentially remove it when it's assigned. I'll look into that because that is going to just be the fix. That will fix it. But I just need to go through my logic to make sure that once it's removed, like we don't need access to that task anymore, which is likely. So count does not equal 0. Well, that's already the first problem, right? It's like the count, he should be going back to idle. But I guess like that's why we have this. But let's go for the next thing. Okay, so for int I, so I is going to equal to 0 because count is 1. We should probably check task. And then go back into this one. Oh, I've got it flipped. I saw the I'll go back to here so it's easier to see what I'm talking about. So I've got it as saying not checked task, where up here it's just check task, and that's where it needs to hit true to do the assign logic. I need it to hit false. So I think that is just the problem straight away. So we can end this, just remove this guy, and potentially that is the fix. Oh man, if this bug's fixed, this is actually going to be huge. This guy's been annoying me for days, and if that all the fix was just like adding a few lines of code, which I already added to another method already. Bit annoying that I didn't do it earlier, but it is what it is. Alright, so we don't need this guy, we need this one. Yeah, so we got stock. George is hired, start day. One person. One person. One person. You're for this guy. You're for this guy. Okay. They're going to the same workbench, which is annoying. So we need to actually log to there, but we fixed the problem. That's fixed. It's solved. I can finally rub that task off my board. One moment. should probably open up this guy. Put him on a second stream as well. George is in the chat apparently. Wow. Cooking station logic. Alright, so it's this guy. Active cafe stoves. Oh, okay, so we haven't ever... I am. Welcome. Good morning. I was really tempted to like go and get a paper coffee cup and put my iced coffee in that this morning just for the joke, but I didn't because I'm too lazy to do that. Okay, so I don't think we're ever waiting for a cooking station. Stoves. Oh man, I got such a bad sleep last night. I laid in bed for like an extra 30 minutes this morning, just like, oh, I think I'm gonna die, but no, I'm alive. Much to everyone's. I don't even know where I'm going with that. Oh no, here we go. So we have in use. But I mean, yeah, I've got in use, but have I never actually assigned in use? No, we haven't. I do all these if things to like, if it's in use, but I've never actually. Okay. If it's not in use, return object. But then also object.inUse equals true. I think this is what we want to do. Then we'll probably have something in here that's going to be public void clear cooking station. Yeah, we're gonna have cooking station, station dot in use equals false. All right. So when we are delivering food, this guy here, we want to clear the station. M underscore, no, it says cafe manager dot instance dot clear cooking station, M underscore cooking station. So this should solve this bug. We can test that out. I don't think you ever played the latest prototype, Georgia, but there's like three things that extra things that happen during the day. So I think the first prototype you played, it was just like you just start making your food, whatever, and then your day just goes. Actually, no, wait, or did I add? No, I did. If you can remember, there was like the little black boxes that spawn that were like trash things that you had to click. I think that was in the first prototype, but then I updated it to add more versions of that in the second prototype. So there can also be like a floor spill, like someone spilling a drink, and then also like the stove can catch fire. So I had an idea for this one is to make that a bit more active, because rather than just like a single click on it, is like each thing has its own action. So like the trash that drops on the floor is like you've got to click and drag it into a trash can that will like appear on the side of the screen. For the spill, you have to mop it up and you've got to kind of like, I guess, rub it out, but it's just like kind of like a coloring in sort of motion that you have to get all of it with. And then for the fire, is probably like click and hold, and it's like a fire extinguisher going to be putting it out. But yeah, something to just add like a little bit more flair to that. Excited. I think I'm probably going to work on that soon, to be honest, because I think most of the stuff that I'm working on at the moment is close to being done. tough. Shit. What am I doing? So I'm testing to see if they get assigned to the same station. Oh, I can ask your opinion on something in a second. One moment. That was an idle location. That wasn't the same cooking position, I think. That was the same cooking station. Rip. Okay, something's still broken. I should change their idle location so I don't get as confused by that. Let me do that first. Actually, no. I'll ask your opinion on something first. So, because I don't think you were in stream yesterday when I was talking about it with someone. Oh, that sounds like a flame. Yeah. So, if I open up this scene, there is a cafe management panel. Haven't implemented any of this stuff yet. Oh, where is it? Hello. This guy. Haven't implemented anything. That's why it all looks placeholder. But you're basically going to be able to customize most things in the cafe. So you're going to be able to like add, I don't know, let's say you like want to put a fucking plant over here. You can put a plant over there. I'm thinking you can probably change, only because it doesn't feel very lo-fi vibe. Yeah. You're probably going to be able to change the walls as well. Walls, floor. You could probably change the seat and tables, and whatnot. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of like customization that you're going to be able to do there. But I've just like haven't implemented any of that yet. But that's why this is just like the base look, I guess, at the moment. But because if I come into, I think it's this guy and go. I mean, it's probably easier if I just do scenes. Save, sure. These are like a really big scene, so this is probably going to take a while to open. My mistake. We'll wait it out, I guess. Oh, actually, it needed to be demonstration, I think. So I even opened the wrong one. We're going to be here for 20 years waiting for this. Oh, yeah, this is awesome. Oh, no, here we go. I mean, this is kind of thing, but yeah, these are all the assets that I have in the build. Why it's hella frozen. But let's go into this because it's probably easier to see. Right? I have multiple different, maybe zoom out and go like over here. Like tons of different props and shit, so different wall colors, like different little gamer. Look at that, holy! Yeah, like lots of props, lots of different floor types, wall colors, floor types, and stuff like that. So yeah, you're gonna be able to customize a lot of that. But yeah, so I guess the question that I had for you is currently, like, you can see like the two like staff members that are getting spawned into the cafe are like wearing like little chef outfits. Do you think, and I think like it should matter, but like if I come into this scene now, this is all the character assets that I have, apparently. So like I have multiple people, right? Where I'm currently only just using this chef guy. Do you reckon it makes sense for the staff workers to only be looking like a cafe, like a chef person? So I think there's like the female one up here as well. I don't know. Actually, this could be a nurse. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like that's the nurse. Anyway, or do you reckon we could just like have staff be in like casual clothes as well, that they could just be like, you know, they could look like, sure, like this person, right? What do you reckon? Because it does have like more customization if they like can look like anyone. Like obviously all the customers can be like randomized probably with any of these, but I don't know if it's going to look confusing if the customers kind of look similar to staff. But at the same time, that's kind of is the case, right? Like I feel like I've been to cafes before and like all the people that work in the cafe are just wearing like casual stuff anyway. Or maybe they're just wearing black, or I don't know. Choices. Would you be able to customize your staff? Yeah, I don't know. I could probably look into it. I don't know. Like, you might be able to, like, change their outfits on these. I haven't looked much into how all their outfits work, if they're just hard-baked onto a prefab, or you can, like, swap out clothing. If you could. Well, I think you probably can't customize... By, like, customize your stuff, you mean, like, edit someone's look. I think you probably can't edit other people's look, because if you think... There's always two people in the cafe when I'm doing it, but I've only hired one person. One person's you. So I think you're going to be able to choose what you look like, but you probably can't control what your staff member looks like, is what it's going to be. So let's just say, like, Georgia, I could flame you or something for this. Or then maybe not chef. So people can, like, change their own shirt. Yeah. So, okay, we'll run with, they can just be, the staff members and stuff can just be anyone. Apart from, like, this. Because imagine this is the staff member. Like, it'd be funny, but, like, dumb. Like, just walk in with a tennis racket. Or just, like, half naked. But yeah, cool. Sweet. I've been wanting to run that idea by someone for a while now, so I'm glad someone was in here to answer it. That's right, I was going to change... Where am I? Oh, he's going to work with a tennis racket. Yeah, same. Isn't that normal? Alright. What? Oh, it's because idle locations isn't a thing anymore. It's the staff spawner. So we're going to bump them out a little bit more to, like, here. Spawn 1. Let's push over a bit more that way. Spawn 2 a bit more this way. And we'll run that back again. Also, in terms of low, like you're saying, doesn't look very lo-fi. There's a lot of work that you can do in the game. I should probably go back to main for, like, post-processing stuff. Like, I'll revert it all. But you have, like, this large file that I can pretty much change anything in, and it's all locked down. I don't know how to unlock this. Is it going to be this? Yeah, here we go. Check out. Of, like, what's the easiest thing that I can show you? Like, Vignette, right? Like, I can add, like, a tint to that. I can add, like, colors and stuff like that. Just Control Z, both of those things now. But yeah, all the post-processing sort of stuff is like, that's how you can make the game look really cool. You're gonna make your cafe emo wicked. That's checks out. I'm excited for when I actually do. Would be cool if you can add event stuff like Halloween. Thanksgiving menu options. Adding scope to my game, Georgia. But yeah, no, that would be cool. I think I'm hoping to be able to do stuff like that. It's not immediate priority. So it's like, what my plan is, like, obviously, I think I said yesterday to someone that, like, my estimated release date's probably looking like February next year. Where I think I can build all the content in the game before then, but it's like, build it, test it, and then, you know, if I've got spare time at the end, it's like, that's when I can add in some of these newer features as well to add a bit extra depth to the game. But yeah. I already forgot what I was doing. Add cats too, of course. message from Noah this morning. I'll send you the forward it on Instagram. He sent me this, and I feel attacked. Alrighty, so let's check how this is going again. Okay, I think it's good. That's not correct. That's not possible to be at that number. Something broke. Not my problem. You thought it was gonna be juicy. Sorry to disappoint, dude. Alright. So I think that's that done. I can probably show you the ice ice. Yeah, did you like that? A little ice crunch? Shit. This is the person's assets that I'm using. Oh, sure, accept. Is it not going to take me back to that page? It'll be very upsetting if not. This is the person's assets that I'm using at the moment. So I think I can like fucking expensive. But anyway, I can probably like rip a lot of food from this. So I'm like, my plan is like once the chef people make the food is like they're going to carry the food out as well. So I'm probably going to use this pack for that. And I'm probably going to like, whenever I buy this, because how many different pieces of food does it say is featured in this, consisting of 380 assets, but it's also dishes and stuff, is I'm probably going to generate all my recipes based on whatever's in this pack. But let's see if they've got cats. It's the make or break for you if there's no cats. Oh, animals, there you go. There's a cat. And it's free. I bet you there's only like one cat though. Yeah, it's just one cat. You can just have like, yeah, one cat. One cat just walks around. It's like close to a nommy. It's close to a nommy though. Anyway. Damn, that's making pretty good progress. It's been a productive week. So let's come back to this guy. We could make like a little entry panel, but you have to shoo it out. Oh, okay. It's a bit rough. I mean, we could do that, right? Like, I think for me, that's something that I'm trying to, that's like the point of the fire, the floor spill, and the trash thing is like things that you're kind of having to actively do throughout the day that you're not just like clicking a button, waiting, clicking a button, waiting. That's why I'm like trying to add all the extra things. So I could have like an extra event that is, yeah, like, you know, an animal comes into the store or something like that. You get to shoo it away. That could be cool. That could be cool. Good idea. Good idea, Georgia. I'll even write that down. It's written on the whiteboard. Yeah, it's being considered. All right, so let's actually all cap this implemented thing because implemented. This is now implemented as well. Unique. What do I want to work on next? Cafe followers is implemented as well. Rating's too big of a system to tackle today. I guess I'm like half considering making like the entry panel, which is like, so say like you're creating a new game save on here, is like this is where you're going to get to name your cafe and probably select what your person looks like. But because like half of that is going to be visual based, it's like I don't really think I should work on that now. I don't think it's very important. So I guess maybe I can work on the scrap, like the fire now animal thing as well. We can start on creating that. Yeah, alright, let's do it. So, I think it's going to be probably a part of a cafe. So, let's open up this bad boy. So what could probably catch fire? It'd be pretty crazy if a coffee machine could catch fire. But I should probably think... Oh, so... Okay, so I'm overthinking it, I think. For the sake of comedy, I could make anything catch fire, I guess, but... How I had the fire set up previously was just like a random appliance would catch fire. So I guess my concern is like technically I have 8 different cooking stations in here. Bit overkill, but like there's toaster, microwave, stove, coffee machine, and then there's a second set of those. But if I was like randomly selecting something to catch fire, there's a chance that that just doesn't get used, so it doesn't matter. So maybe I just have it that like whenever a staff member does come to cook, is like there's a let's just call it a coin flip. So there's a 50% chance that that appliance will catch fire while they're cooking, and then you have to do something about it. Probably makes the most sense, because I can at least do that. Which means I don't need to track spawns, because it's all just going to be locations. Can the food burn? Probably not. I thought about like doing that as well, and then you have to recook it, but I guess realistically the day-to-day management shouldn't be that crazy. And where if I'm like having stuff that has to do with like food burning and stuff like that, it's probably where it starts to get into the game I was going to create ages ago, where it's like more of a mini game of cooking as well as the management side, but this is meant to be more on the management side. So I think if it catches fire, I mean, realistically, we could just say the food burns and they have to cook it again, because that's kind of what's going to happen. Is like if, let's say, Georgia comes up to the stove, she's trying to cook something, and that catches fire. It's like once you put the fire out, it probably restarts the cook time, so it probably has to recook it. But I don't think, we're not ever going to be serving burnt food to the people. That'd be funny. Right. Always happens, yeah. Amen. So I think we have in here, let's have a public list of transforms called m underscore trash locations. So I'm thinking wherever trash can spawn, a spill can also spawn too. That's what I'm thinking. So each cafe is going to have its own thing for that. Let's go duplicate you and go. That was right. I don't know why I deleted that. Trash locations. Location 1. Same thing can always be one at the entryway. Duplicate one halfway, duplicate one here. Wait, where did I make one? Oh, I think I can just make it grid based. Is anything hidden? No. We could have one here, one here, one here. We could have middle, middle, middle. Yeah, okay. So let's move this to be here instead. So now it's there, there, and there. We can duplicate these and move them to here. Duplicate them again and move them over here. So now we have like a grid of 9 spaces that it could potentially be. Okay, that's all those trash locations set up. Kind of disappointed that piece of ice I ate before was the last piece of ice that was in my iced coffee. So, you know, the ASMR stream, but at what cost? I'm so lost. I'm so lost. Probably scripts. Folder. Trash. Not nice coffee anymore now. Now it's just lukewarm coffee. Damn, that's what I was about to say as well. You beat me to it. My fave. I actually used to drink lukewarm coffee when I got really lazy when I was working. Let's call it like a year ago. And sometimes I'd be that lazy that I wouldn't even go out and get ice for an iced coffee. It's just like I would just make a coffee and then just pour cold milk into it. I'm like, yeah, that's it. Oh, look, I was going through a tough time, okay, so you can't judge me. Probably shouldn't actually call this folder trash. Let's call it gimmick. Because then inside here there's going to be a script called trash, because that is something. But then there's also going to be create multiple scripts. Come on, yeah, we get it. You're so cool. Create spill. Fire. And then just for you, probably won't be able to work on it for a while, but cat. There you go. There is a script that is now called cat in the project. Alright, so let's do the logic for trash first. I honestly might even have to chat GPT this bad boy. Oh, it wants me to log in. Oh no. I can't remember what I logged in as. Come on, get it on the first go. Oh, so good. Should go like write me a Unity script for being able to pick up an object with my mouse and drag it. Huh. Okay, I just realized a problem that I could likely have with this. I can pick it up and drag it around. If you drag it to the far right of the screen and let go, it will delete the object. Yeah, ChatGPT about to fucking make a video game for me. Well, we'll see how well it does. We'll take the whole script that it just gave us and chuck it in here. So let's see. On start, it's grabbing the main camera. Delete threshold is screen width times 9, so it's grabbing the threshold. So if we're done with 10% on the sides, it's going to be able to delete it. Convert mouse position to world coordinates and calculate offset. Mouse pose, screen to world point, mouse position, offset. Transform to position, negative dragging equals true. If dragging, update the position to follow the mouse. Yeah. On mouse up dragging, if mouse pose X is greater than or equal to the delete threshold, destroy the game object. Shit. This script actually looks like it could work. Let's test it. So it's a little bit bad of me to use ChatGPT to write some code, but so let's just put a empty 3D sphere in the game. I didn't want a sphere. I actually wanted a square. I don't know why I did that. A square? I just did it again. Holy shit. Cube. Idiot. Wait. Oh. Reset. 0.3. 0.3 and 0.3. What are you doing? Let's give it a rigid body. Oh, we just ripped a null ref. That's pretty good. These guys, don't care about them. Oh, I wonder if it's the fact that there's a rigid body on it that it's breaking. Remove component. Oh, no, I'm so dumb. God, why do I suck so bad? Literally didn't even attach the script that needs to be on it to run all this stuff. Man, I'm so dumb. You dumb idiot. Alright. Let's try it again. Okay, it just yeeted from existence. That's pretty cool. He still exists. Where did he get yeeted to? Oh. Oh, he's falling. Okay, so that's probably a rigid body issue. So I was right to remove the rigid body. So if that's the case, let's come back to this guy and just make it so he spawns correctly on the floor. Like that. Dragging's working, but the Z position is getting absolutely munted for some reason. Let's see what ChatGPT has to say about that. When clicking on the object, it is sending it extremely far off into the distance on the Z axis. You can fix this by explicitly setting the Z coordinates. Okay. New script obtained. We try again. It's working, I can drag it, but because I'm locking the Z axis now, oh god, sucks. Because of that change, I can now no longer drag it to the right of screen. Alright, it's writing me some new code. Give me some new code that's gonna work, please and thank you. This is what I get for being lazy, TBH. Cube. What the hell? Why is it following objects? That's so weird now. Let's hard. Oh man. Okay. What the hell is target pause? This hit. Update the object's position based on the raycast hit point. Target pause. Why? All right. Interesting. Okay, I can drag it properly now, but it is setting the Y strangely, so I think we can just go like target pause Y plus 1 or something like that. Okay. See now that that's going to be annoying. Cool, I deleted it if I drag it over there, which is what I want it to do. So maybe instead of 1, we can say like 0.3f, because I think that's how big the trash object is currently. This needs to render on top of everything else. You don't want it to be like hidden like that. Okay, what if I do give it a rigid body now? Come back to cube. Rigid body. So I want it to be like, I can pick it up, but if I let go, it falls back down. Oh wow, it's spinning. Look at it spinning. Wham. That could even be cool if it does that. I think I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest. We just need to make sure it renders on top of everything. But we also need to have a trash can. A UI trash can. Oh my gosh. So, I really want to make temp UI. Let's browse itch. Here again. And see if we can find us a trash can. Vauxhall trash can. Don't even really need it to be 3D. Like, it probably does need to be 2D. So maybe, what if I write now garbage can? No. I didn't write basketball. I said basket. It's whatever. Well, no bueno there. But I mean, that's cool. I probably need to add some logic. So at the moment, I've got it like threshold is 90% of screen width. So it's like I could drop it here, nothing happens. Here, nothing happens. But if I drop it over here, this is where the trash cans. Oh, maybe I'll make the trash can over here. Oh, look at it. Yeah, it's falling. Wow. Yeah. It gets put into the trash can. Because I'm thinking like the right side of the screen probably is a little bit busy. So maybe the left side, it makes sense for like the trash can to come down there. Like maybe it's in the bottom left of the screen. You come down here and go, wow, it's in the trash. So delete threshold equals screen width. If mouse pulse is it, can I literally just change this to be less than equal to? Let's find out. I can, there you go. Cool. So left side is good. Instead make it so that the alright. It's changing a few things, so it's now turning this into delete margin. And delete margin is getting vector 3 pause mouse position, so it needs to be this. Oh, so it's 100 to 100. So we can get rid of this guy apparently. Let's test to see if this is actually working as intended. But now I think now I can actually set it up that like if I have the trash can set at like 200, 300 base size or whatever, it should work. So if I go here, it's not going to work. But if I go down here now, it's gone. Cool. That's sweet. So that's technically the trash mechanic instantly set up. Probably should have some fake UI that works for that. So we can probably work on that now. Let's go UI 2D. So we want like a trash can to appear in the bottom left of the screen. So that's going to be a HUD element. Create empty trash can. Bottom left. 0, 0. 50, 50. Create empty image. Width probably can be like something like that. Just see if that's going to be roughly the correct size for this to work. Needs to add delete margin, can probably be 150 because of that. Cool. So what I want to do now is create an animation. Haven't done many animation sort of stuff. I don't think I've actually done any animations now that I think about it. Assets, oh no, animation, there we go. Claim border. Sure. We're gonna call this trash can animate in. So by default, let's have the trash can negative. Let's just put it negative 75, makes it easier to track. Probably like half a second, move it to be 75. That's way too slow. 0.3. Even that's potentially too slow, so let's go like that. Okay. New clip. Trash can animate out. Then after, we're doing it after 0.2, I think. Go back to negative 75. Right, so we come into the animator for UI. Layers. Trash can. See. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. Delete them out of base layer now. Create an empty called idle. Create state. No. Set default. Here we go. Um, create some parameters called trigger. We'll go trash can in. Now I'll just call animate in. Animate in. And another trigger for animate out. All right. So, open up a script that we haven't opened for a very long time. And we haven't opened it that long that it's actually not even in this part of the project. It's this guy, constants. UI, animations, public, const string, anim underscore trash underscore animate in trash can animate in So I'm going to come to the UI manager, and the UI manager is going to have a reference to its animator. Yeah, it's just better practice to probably do it like this for me. In here, we're going to have a public void animation trigger string trigger and underscore animator dot set trigger trigger. So this means now on the trash, on mouse down, we can do UI manager dot instance dot trigger animation trigger. Here we go. Game constants dot anim underscore trash animate in. On mouse up. See if this works on the first go. It would be very nice if that was the case. So UI now needs reference to its animator, like so. Yeah, we can just hit play. See what happens. So if I grab this guy, it's looping. Okay. I forgot to change that. So if we come to the animator on these guys, both of these animations turn off loop time. Grab the object, animates in, let go, animates out. Whoa. Where'd my cube go? He's falling. Irritating. Means like technically I shouldn't have rigid body. Look, this is all kind of like rough code, so I think I can probably just leave it as is for now. But cool, so if we, trash can comes in, look, it's spinning. It's spinning. Look at it. Wow. Let go. Goes out. In, out. Then if we come over here, goes in the trash can. That's cool. Like, I don't care what anyone says. That is cool. Oh. Oh, man. It's back on. All right. So that's the trash thing set up. I could probably now... I can probably leave it as a queue for now, because eventually I guess I will make it like, I don't know, a wrapper or something like that. Whatever trash is. Maybe it's like a serviette. I don't know. But I'll make it, at least set up the day flow that it's going to randomly spawn that in. All right. Call this trash. Create folder. Gimmicks. We probably want it to keep its Y position, I think. We'll see. Okay, so we're gonna need a... Who's gonna edit this? Close this guy. That's just factually not correct, right? Refresh. Apparently, no, there you go, updated. Alright. What am I doing? So I did have like a scrap, I think it was called like a scrap manager or something, and that was doing all of the spawns in the prototype, but now I need to figure out how I want to do this. Because I think technically speaking, the fire that can happen, or like malfunctioning equipment, we'll call it, happens independently of all the other stuff now, so that's not even a part of this system. It's still a gimmick, but we're only wanting to choose between trash and spills for this part of the gimmick. So let's call it trash spawner. Yeah, let's make a new spawner called trash spawner. Okay, he's going to need his own script as well. Before I do that, I will need to BRB real quick. How did I do my BRB last time? I think I did it on Paint. Flashbang. Rep this. BRB. And like 128. Can you not make it bigger than that in... Alright, there you go. BRB. That's really nice and centered. I'll drag it out here. BRB. Alright. I'll be back real quick. Alright, I'm back. So what were we doing? We were creating a trash spawner. So this is gonna have... okay. I think I did this the wrong way around because... Or did I? So we've got the cafe. It does have all the locations, but it probably needs to store them there, but... Yeah, okay, so these trash locations actually need to be on this guy. So let's go... Let's transform... Trash locations. So it means, do we still have the cafe open? This guy doesn't need this anymore. I just made it public. Not amazing, that's fine. Trash spawner. I should also have a... I'm so scattered. Probably is going to need to be a public void. Actually, it's probably an IE numerator. It can't be, so it has to be a void first called but then we have a private IE numerator which does spawn logic. Let's also create a serialized field, private float m_delay yields return new wait for seconds delay. Alright, you're right, you're right. You'll return to wait for seconds. And then, oh, but no, okay, so what we're going to do is there's also going to be duplicate this private list. Current spawn locations. So we're going to go m underscore current spawn locations equals a new list. Actually, we can go like m underscore trash locations. So it's going to set up a new, that's initializing it for the first time. My brain is shutting off. Think, what am I trying to do? We need to spawn something. So we're going instant. No, let's get a location first. Bar location equals current spawn locations random dot range between 0 and spawn locations dot count. Oh. So then we go instantiate m underscore trash prefab at location dot position quaternion dot identity. Well, this is hard setting. I mean, I can do this for the sake of testing. Yeah, so let's go to do add variance and a chance to spawn things. M underscore private int m underscore spawn cap equals, let's just say 5. Private int m underscore spawned m underscore spawned 0 m underscore spawned plus if m underscore spawned is greater than not that m underscore spawn cap. It's actually a lie. If spawned equals less than the spawn cap, we run the coroutine again. And what we need to do is instantiate this m spawned, but then we also need to go m underscore current spawn locations dot remove location. Okay, and then the cafe needs to have a public, what were we calling this one? A trash spawner. M underscore trash spawner. I think who calls all of this stuff to start spawning people? Was it the time manager? Cafe manager start day. Here. M underscore active cafe dot m underscore trash spawner dot start spawning. think that's all we need. So now if we come back onto this guy, need to set a few things up in the inspector. Trash spawner for one, who doesn't even have his correct script yet. Delay 7 seconds, let's call it. Which is actually going to go pretty... No, let's do 10. Needs some trash locations, which is all under here. Then we need the prefab. Oh, where did he go? Where did he go? That. And then the cafe needs trash spawner. Probably should put the locations underneath that like I did for the other thing, but it's okay. So we can test this working, I think, now. Add. Actually, it's all going to break because we're not running from the correct scene. So let's just do it all properly. Main menu. Order eat. You're right. We'll create a new save. Do all of the things we normally do. Order some food. 35 of those, sure. Alright, so periodically throughout this day, some trash spawn. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Cool. So that spawning logic's done. Really cool. Lost all my followers. Love that. Could try and do the variant stuff now, but what the hell? Refresh that. It's gone down 1. Yeah, okay. So I'm just doing a couple of things off on a second monitor. All right, cool. So do we want to add some variants to this? Yeah, so let's go create this and go min delay and then have a max delay. So we'll need to create var random delay. Random delay. We're also going to need something, so okay. We could either have it so it's guaranteed that something's always going to happen, which is I think which is what I had in the prototype, or we can make it there's a chance for something to happen. If I did a chance, I would probably have to have regrowth because like I don't want there to ever be a day where nothing happens because I think that's just inherently bad. But I think if it's like, but maybe the fact that there's going to be variance in the time kind of makes it seem a little less scripted. Like, you know things are always going to appear throughout the day, but because of the variance of the time, it doesn't seem as locked in. Yeah, okay, so maybe that's fine. So then here, add variance and a chance to spawn thing. We're gonna get rid of this, but we're gonna change this to be, we don't have the spill set up yet, but we're gonna go add another random roll to see whether we spawn trash or spawn a spill. But for now, we don't need that. So if a day goes for 90 seconds, and we're spawning how many? 5 things throughout the day. Let's make that 6. Yeah, let's make it 6. Cooler number. Just because I don't want to do maths. 90 divided by 6 is 15. So maximum needs to be 15 seconds. So let's make the variance maybe between 10 and 15. What am I doing? Hello, hello. So 6 things should spawn throughout the day. Oh, we null refed because we're on the main instead of the main menu. Nice one, Ethan. Champion. Alright. Make a new save. I should create some, like, debug menu things for me to speed this process up. Or, actually, I'm cooked. It's to not keep deleting my save file and do, like, keep a save, because that way it's going to work. But what would I know? We need to add that onto recipes. Alright. Maybe we should rename this to be menu rather than recipes, just to make it more obvious. Probably. Alright, start day. So we should have 6 things spawn throughout the day. There's the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it was done at like 2 p.m, so there's an hour left in the day. I think I'm happy with that. I think 6 is probably going to be the correct number. I don't know, like, I guess while it's on 3 times speed, the day goes for 30 seconds, which I'm assuming 3 times is most likely what everyone's going to play the game on. Which begs the question, is just like, well, why do you have speed options? Well, I know all games like this have speed options. That's why. Nah, but if you're doing 6, is like, I feel like that's kind of very active, even that. But so the fact that there's also going to be spills that you've got to mop up and also fires is like, maybe 3 times is too fast. Maybe, so I think my hope, to keep rambling on, is like, yes, I have a 3 times option, but I kind of want enough things going on to the day. It's like, if you're doing on 3 times, you probably are going to be really rushed doing all of these movements. So maybe like 2 times is the better thing if you want to make sure you're doing everything. So yeah, I guess obviously I need to find a model that I want to use for the trash thing. Like, I'm thinking it's probably going to be like a wrapper or a serviette or like food scraps. You could probably randomize between any of those that you've got to drag into the bin. But functionality wise, that's all there. We do need to store because obviously the game's still running, is we have a cleanliness review. And basically this is just going to be a review that's going to get generated if at the end of the day you have any of those scraps still active. So that includes the fire, the spill, and the trash. It's like if any of those are still on your screen at the end of the day, you'll get a negative cleanliness review just saying the cafe was dirty or something like that. So we need a place to store active things. Potentially maybe do it in the cafe manager can store it. Cafe manager's doing most other things. Cafe rating, recipes. So let's have like a private int am underscore active scrap. Public void add scrap and underscore active scrap plus public active cafe public void. We'll move these methods down because I don't like having voids where the things are, even though it's like, because that's a float, it's like a get thing. It's like I can kind of have that by the variables, but voids, I don't really like having it there. Remove scrap and underscore active scrap negative. Oh, did it again. Negative. Let's just move these bad boys out of here. Chuck it all at the bottom. Add scrap, remove scrap. Do we have a start day here? Yep, we do. So before we do any of this stuff, we're going to go m underscore active scrap equals 0. End day. Get. Let's have a get active scrap here as well. Public int get active scrap. Return and underscore active scrap. And then we go trash spawner. Whenever these things happen, we're gonna go cafe manager dot instance dot add scrap. And then on the trash itself, whenever it's destroying itself, we're gonna go cafe manager dot instance dot remove scrap. Yeah. So what are we doing? There's like, did I have a review manager? I did. Cool. So generate end of day reviews. Cleanliness. Here we go. If cafe manager dot instance dot get active scrap is greater than 0, dirty cafe. Else dritty. What's dritty? Dirty cafe. Clean cafe. So for that, we're gonna need to make some more of these. Bang bang. Food review. Cleanliness review. Pass. Fail. It's easier for me to do this. Reviews, add. I think we literally can just do reviews dot add m_cleanliness fail dot review. Reviews dot add m_cleanliness pass dot review. Yeah, sick. So that also means now that that's set up, oh god, we have this review synced and we have this review synced. We need to go into the review item. This guy now exists. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Still don't have a decoration done. We need to create a couple of new views. I'm gonna clean up this layout soon. I think I don't like, so it's obviously like I don't mind having third-party things here, but I think they need to go into like their own like third-party assets folder or something like that. So that way, if I do ever have one of them open, I'm not overwhelmed. Oh, well, I just spilled coffee on the desk. God damn it. And it's like on my fan remote as well. Oh man, what a fucked up day. Did you hear it spill as well? Like you heard like, fuck man, I'm so pissed now. Nothing ruins your day more than fucking, I guess I'll finish the rest of it. Ah, motherfucker. Excuse the French. I will need to clean this up one moment. I think a couple of things that annoy me about this situation is the only reason I was drinking water was because I thought I didn't have any coffee left. So already wrong, because I obviously had coffee left because it's now on my fucking desk. And two, I never put my water bottle on that side of the desk. I always put it on this side of the desk because this area is always cluttered because of microphone and coffee. So I put it back over there. Anyway, pissed. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Nothing a paper towel can't fix. That's what I get for not having ice in it. That's fucking, you're rude. You're rude. I need another paper towel. This wasn't enough. Be right back. Well, that was deeply upsetting. So for the rest of the day, if anything goes wrong, it's going to be because I didn't get to drink all of my coffee. This is why I don't drink water. Water is the bane of all evil. Is the music not playing? Oh, there we go. Picking back up again. Maybe it's just a quiet part of whatever mix is playing. Well, we were going to make some configs. I know that much. Reviews. Create. Review config. Call this... Okay, they exist now, so we can come into scenes, main. This guy? No, this guy. Damn it. Chose wrong. Alright. So those configs are set up. We can test that's working. Scenes, main menu. Wow. Need to create a new save because we have new data now. Sure, that many. Just for laughing at me, Georgia, you can take a pay cut. Cop that one. Alright, so... Oh. Put it in the bin. In the bin. We'll do a test with clean and then dirty. Should be one more, right? Yeah, there he is. Bonk. The cafe was really clean. So that worked. And then if we do... there's going to be a cleanup thing that we're going to need to do as well. But sure, we can hit another day. This time, I'll just leave one. So 1... 2, 3, okay, something happened there. We'll fix that up, which means everything's broken now, so I can't actually test it. So couple of things we're going to do in code now of what was causing that. So current spawn locations equals trash locations. I think it's a weird assignment issue is what's actually happening here. So we're going to go for each... Yeah, sure, this equals m underscore current spawn locations add t. I think that's actually what was the cause of this issue, which means at the start of all of this, m underscore current spawn locations equals a new list of transforms. That solves one of the issues. The second issue that we're going to have is A cleanup, end of day cleanup. Which we can just do here. Actually, go under. Private void cleanup. So it means for each one of these that we're gonna have a private list of trash called m_trash. Whenever we spawn trash, oh, what the hell? Why did it do that? Trash, destroy trash.gameObject m_trash.clear. Do that up here. Let's go clean up. We'll have to add functionality to also do the spills whenever we do those for the first time. Oh, okay, so we can just do this. New list of trash up here like that. All right, more testing, let's go. I should probably hit my Discord up to try and get some more followers on the Twitch channel, because if I do get to 50 followers, I can apply to be a Twitch affiliate, which means I can earn money off of Twitch. Not that I'm going to earn anything really at all with thing, but at least it's a start. Wow, unironically, I say that, and then my bot automatically sends my Discord link. You love that. Alright, so we want to test probably 3 days worth, so we need a good review first. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be one more. 6. So we should get a clean review because of... Okay. Why? I mean, if there is any active trash, start spawning hasn't been called yet, so I should be able to see it in here. Yep, there you go, trash. Ah, he fell. He's falling through the map currently. So that's a good bug. Oh, I could have tested one of my things then. We'll run it back. This should have save data now at least, so... One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. So should be a clean review now. Yep. Oh. Another bug to fix. If trash does not equal null, destroy it. Make a new save again, which I need to stop doing, but there's gonna be one more bit of trash here. Yeah. Okay, should get a clean review for this. Nice, and we start day again. No errors, which is a good start. We're gonna leave 2 bits of trash active this time, so we're only gonna clean up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. 4. I'm going to leave the next 2 that spawn. Should probably clean them up at the same time that all the staff get cleaned up as well, so they're not like staying there, because I can still drag them around and stuff. And I just killed it. Staff is dirty, and if I start day, it's going to clear them. So we should be able to now get clean again this day. Just test that. One more. 6. Clean, dirty, clean. All right, cool. So that mechanic's working. So let's change where we're going to do that cleanup. To do that, we probably make this public. Move it out of here. And come across to... It probably is just going to get done in the cafe manager. I think we have like a cleanup thing. End day. Start day. Customer cleanup. Find queue, check stock, delete. End day. Active staff equals add inactive staff, blah, 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 blah. Staff spawner, it's probably this guy that's actually killing it. Clean up staff public void, where are we calling that from? Time manager. Duplicate this, and now go trash spawner. Clean up. Now I'm really tilted that that doesn't have capitalization, so we're gonna fix that. Okay. Alright. That's done now. We can test that that's gonna work once again. Whee! Once again, we'll leave 2 bits of scrap there and should get automatically cleaned at the end of the day. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and leave the last 2. So they got cleaned up, but we would have got a dirty review. Yep, cool. All right, so that's trash. One of the trash gimmicks, well, I mean, the trash gimmick is completed. Probably want to fine tune what's happening on the y-axis though. Oh my God. Exhausted. Might have to actually have a shorter stream today because I'm so cooked. Woe is me, my life is so hard. I work half days for 4 days a week. Oh, shit. So trash. Maybe target pos is instead of doing this, we say 0.5, but we actually don't change the y-axis at all there. Maybe that's what the problem is. Once again, we're going to run into a rendering issue, but I think rendering issue is better to have at the moment than anything else. So now it actually like drops roughly. But I don't like the fact that it's like it goes off your cursor. So you probably have to change that. To 0.3 maybe. Maybe I'll do like a 3-hour stream today. I'd push for another 30 minutes. Because I don't know if I really like there's anything else I really want to implement today. Like obviously like having the spill thing could be cool, but I don't know. We'll see. Start day. Oh, he vanished. Holy. Did he just drop through the map? He did drop through the map. Pretty cool. Alright, so there's a couple of things I think I want to do here. The dog's barking. Wish he would stop. I wish he would stop. Maybe go 0.4 this time. If we come across 2 prefabs. As much as I really like that it like starts spinning out of control, is like I know it can cause problems when you have things that can do that. You can break the physics, so we'll just lock the rotation. Boring. So this should solve one of the issues. I should make a custom curse for this game. Thoughts? That could be cool. and it just vanished. Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. God dang it. I mean, can I actually just... Is the solve for that potentially freezing its Y position? So the rigid body can't change its Y, but I can change the Y? Oh, yeah, but then it doesn't drop, which is a bit... Oh, and it slides because of that as well. I don't like having update functions. But we can do something that's going to be a bit gross. Let's do it on fixed update so it's not as bad. If transform dot position dot y is less than... We should probably double check this. Let's put a comment in here. $15. It's gross, but I think that prevents it falling through the floor now. Okay, that does. And now it all works. Cool. That's it. That is the thing. Don't like having an update function, but it's fixed update, so it's not running on every frame. It's just running on the physics frames, which is not as much. And it's very, like, it's just changing the position of a game object, so it's not really that performance heavy. Let's push that to Perforce. Cool. Go added trash gimmick. Now what? Hey, now what? What's like, I think I have a lot of maintenance things I need to do off stream today. Obviously the other gimmicks are just as important to implement as well as this one. Just having one's like, yeah, cool, good proof of concept, but having the other ones is what makes it all. But I don't think I really want to implement them today. Oh my god. Exhausted. Let's just have another look at the game data. I don't know why I'm so cooked today. Like, I feel like I still got a good sleep, but it feels like I've been up all night or something. I don't know. So how is the spill going to work? The spill's going to be... It's going to have to be a sprite renderer, but... How do you rub out a sprite? Like, is that gonna have to be done with like a shader? Huh. That actually definitely is not something I'm going to work on today. I think the fire is probably a lot more reasonable, but... I mean, let's write down. So let's hit the main scene. 2D temp grass. So if we're looking at our appliances, we definitely want the stove to catch fire. Like, what do we want our, like, what am I trying to say here? Like the malfunctions to be. I think stove will obviously catch fire. I mean, it's comical, right? I can just make everything catch fire. Maybe that's just what I do. Don't overthink it and have multiple things. If you can add multiple things later on, but I guess for the first version you're making, you just make it all fire. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to implement all that today, but probably... We should make it that when the... Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm shutting down. So I think it's like when we do assign cooking station. No, because it's the cooking station we want to work. It's all going to be done from the state, I think. So in the cooking state, can cook. Yeah, so I don't think we've ever set up the functionality because we do have here, no, cafe. Oh, look, I know we've saved it. Have we just not opened it today? So we have this, right? In use, and then we have this is blocked. Is blocked is what we're going to be enabling for when the equipment's malfunctioning. So it's not implemented. Oh, God. So it probably needs to be, if we go back to who were we in a second ago? We were in the stop cooking state. Yield return null.
This is probably where we need to add checks, which is like while elapsed is better than cooked on. If can cook, yield return null. Yeah, so I think it's gonna be have to do this. I don't like the fact that this has a coroutine. This coroutine probably should have been handled by the staff. But basically, what I think the logic is gonna have to be here is while we're checking the can cook, which by the way, do we even use that at all? We're hard setting it to be true at the moment. False. Here we go. Block cooking. Can cook false. Which we're not using at all. Okay, so this is actually what we use. So... Alright. I'm just thinking it all logically, so when we do this... In use, so when we're assigning a cooking station, let's just do like a private void malfunction role. Or maybe now that we're setting this variable, but then we need shit. We need to access the cooking station that they're using. Let's just put it here. Sure. Public cooking station get return cooking station. So now in this guy we can do n_, cooking station dot is blocked. If we can't cook, or it's blocked. Yeah, okay, so I think that's how we do it. Scraping by. So this was getting done on the Order Manager. Right? No, wrong. Cafe Manager. So object in use true, but then also need to do malfunction role object. Let's rip that in all of these places. All right. Probably do need something down here that's going to be like if blocks to do trigger a prefab on the object. We could have that actually look pretty cool, I think. Cartoon sort of flames on it. And then the flame itself is going to have access to then clear it. Okay, so I think realistically that is all the skeleton code that I can implement for that without having the gimmick set up. Yeah, okay. And I'll push that change as well. I might have to call it there for the day because I'm fried. Just go like implement. Wait, we definitely did more work than that. Implemented skeleton code for malfunction gimmick. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there for the day. Yeah, not my finest work calling it in an hour early, but yeah, I'll be on Monday again, Brisbane time next week. You can check out my stream schedule on my Twitch page if you want to find out what that time is localized to wherever you are. But I guess as a recap for what we did this week, this week started on the 14th. So, review system was probably the biggest thing that we... I wonder if I can zoom in on this. No, doesn't look like it. The review system was probably the biggest thing that we did this week. So setting up the NPC reviews based on the recipe, like perfect recipe, the time they were served in, and the profit that you've got set, the price of the item. So then with that, I mean, we could probably, at least for the bare minimum of it, let's just open this up so we can see it as well. Cool. So we set up all of this panel. So this now is also initialized with our save data. But yeah, so you're going to get the reviews for the items, and that's how you're going to find out what the perfect recipe is. You're going to keep tinkering through these. Profit per of the whatever recipe it is, and also something to do with the service. We've now also implemented the trash feature in there. So this is where you're now going to be getting reviews for whether the cafe was clean or dirty based on if they're able to get them all throughout the day.
We implemented money. That's right. So close this. That's a value. I'm just hard setting it to be 3,000 that you start with, but pretty much anything that costs money now. So if you're ordering food at the shop, this will decrement your money. When people purchase any of your recipes from your menu, you're now going to get revenue from that. So that's going to be as a base cost. So for this one, that's not the cost, that's how much you've got in stock. But basically, if you're putting 2 chicken on there, we can go back to this one because chicken's 5 each, is for each chicken burger you sell, you're going to get $10 for chicken, and same thing for lettuce or whatever that cost is. Then it's also going to add whatever the profit is you're setting, so you're going to get that revenue back. In terms of hiring, so we've implemented the hiring fee, so that'll get deducted whenever you hire someone, and then also their wage gets deducted at the end of each day. That was set up. We also set up a summary panel, which I think, based on all this, we could probably test that out. So let's go order 25 more meals. It should be enough to get us through. I think that's basically... Oh, then also followers. So I've got the code set up for how followers and stuff works, but it's going to be a bit more involved to like balance it of like, okay, you get this many followers if you did this much. Then obviously it scales based on your cafe rating. So as you're more popular, you're doing the same, performing the same action. Okay, these guys bugged out. That's really cool. I can't even be bothered figuring out what was wrong with that. I'll just show what the summary panel looks like. Shows how lazy I'm being today. So the summary panel, at the end of each week, you're going to get a review. It's going to show you your week in review. So how much revenue. So this is all generated off of, the food that you sold. Your expenses, which is how, like, whatever you paid at the shop for all of your ingredients. Your wages, so yeah, whatever you're paying your like daily wages to your employee, and then the hiring fees. And then down here, it's going to then calculate what your profit is, which is basically just revenue minus all your expenses. And then you're also going to get an update on how many followers you gained during that week. So that's all been set up. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've done this week. In terms of what we're going to do next week, let's do like a little planning for that. Yeah, what am I going to do? Definitely finish off the gimmicks thing. So next week we'll probably start with finishing off the malfunction gimmick for the appliances. We've got all the skeleton code there. But yeah, we'll set up just a little fire that's going to go on all of those things. That's going to stop the person cooking. Then we'll do the spill. The spill, I'm probably going to do a little bit of research on that over the weekend of how to get the effect of rubbing something out in the game. But yeah, once that's done, that's kind of like a big chunk of the day-to-day stuff done. Okay, and then what do we got after that? I mean, let's hit the data in here again. So once the gimmicks are done, that's kind of a big part of the day-to-day finished. You know what? I might start looking into cafe decorations next week. It's going to be a very big, involved system, and I still don't know how I'm going to do it, but we might start looking into that because that is like going to be a really cool part of the game, I think. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for me today. So I will catch you all next week. I hope you all have a good weekend. Yeah, see you later.